Seriously.
Yeah.
Do these make me look fat? Hello again, and welcome to episode 2 of Event365, a bi-weekly-ish video cast with the bits of info you need to help you keep things relevant 365 days a year. For those of you who missed our first episode last month, shame on you. Shame. Shame on you. And also, I am Rebecca Rutherford from Ungerbach Digital. Today we're going to be talking about the rad new technology that is about to take the events industry by storm. Guys?
Hello?
Is anybody in here? Oh yes, that's right. It's time for a little virtual reality, my friends. Ow. Did I just ruin everything? So just to make sure we're all on the same page, VR uses computer technology to create a simulated environment. As opposed to more traditional user interfaces, virtual reality creates a 3D experience for the user. So far, it's been used to great effect in the industry by large exhibitors for whom an immersive experience is a natural fit. Automakers, for example, have been able to do some really cool things with VR driving games. Some large venues have also been able to put this technology to good use for virtual tours. So far, though, it's really only been players with very deep pockets who've been able to get in on the VR game. It don't make sense. That's natural order of new technology, so it's hard to be too mad about it. And I can't fight this feeling anymore. Along those same lines, though, we're getting really close to the point where this technology becomes affordable enough to make it available to a more widespread audience of users and developers, which is where it starts to get really interesting. I can't wait till they make them in different colors. Before we get into the possibilities for venues, exhibitors, and event organizers here, let's take a step back and talk about the technology itself. This kind of all started with a company called Oculus VR, who launched a Kickstarter campaign in 2012 to build a head-mounted display for VR that was light years better than what was currently on the market. A few days and $2 million later, they figured they were onto something, which was confirmed when Facebook acquired them for about $2 billion in 2014. If you like it, then you should have stuck your phone in it. Most of what's been done with virtual reality in the events industry so far has involved the fruit of that labor, the Oculus Rift. But as I mentioned before, it's expensive, has limited availability at the moment, and requires a connection to a PC to work. Enter Samsung and our old pals, Google. I want to go somewhere else, where I can be free to be me. Last year, Samsung introduced the first consumer-focused virtual reality headset, the Gear VR. This is a collaboration between Samsung and Oculus, and it works by using a 2015 Samsung smartphone as the brain and display. At $99, this is a game changer. Oh, I can see your eyeball.
Creepy.
Ew, it's big. The same can be said of Google Cardboard, which is made of, you guessed it, cardboard. The idea with this guy is to the VR, wherein a smartphone serves as the headset's screen and processor. So then you stick your phone in here, like so. Okay. Oh yeah.
You like it?
There are, of course, some differences in quality, but at $20 a pop, or as low as $5 each in bulk, these things are a revolution. Let's talk about that. To date, Google has shipped 5 million of them, and according to research from the Consumer Electronics Show, VR headsets in general are expected to take off in 2016 with a projected sales increase of 500%. So, now that this technology is within your reach, what can you do with it? For venues, there's the virtual reality tours I mentioned before, which can be an exceptionally great way to reach organizers if you're trying to attract international events. But beyond that, virtual reality could open up several new revenue streams. Ticket sales at stadiums, for example. Right now, you're limited by the physical confines of your space, but VR tickets could be a way to sell more seats without actually having to expand. That's the ticket. Likewise, performing arts venues could use VR to up the ante on the VIP experience or offer it to a wider audience at a discounted price by creating virtual tours or live streams that give everyone with a headset and access to the app a virtual backstage pass. There's really no way to not look cool in these.
No.
As for exhibitors, VR continues to be extraordinarily useful in creating memorable, immersive experiences that haven't been possible on a show floor up until now. Even better, Google Cardboard makes it possible for you to send attendees home with that experience, where they can continue to receive a steady stream of 3D content from you via your app and the custom printed cardboard viewer that they were able to easily fold flat into their bag. That same tactic could be useful for organizers who could use Google Cardboard mailers to invite key exhibitors to take a walk through the floor plan or experience last year's dynamic keynote speech. You can't see people looking at you looking cool, but you just know.
Probably the best.
It's probably for the best. There's also opportunity to reach a whole new audience of attendees via virtual reality registrations. Certainly, there's a lot to think about moving forward, including some legit concerns. These things are really creepy to me.
They are.
But all in all, we're pretty psyched about the potential impact of VR across the events industry, and we hope this got your wheels turning about how you might be able to use it to shake things up. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Event365. We'll see you in a few weeks. Thanks. Facts! I will say, after watching that video back, I'm a pretty good shaker.